feelings exhausted. These Gucci shoes, watch how you walk.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jump Around Podcast. Where we jump from here there to a little bit of everywhere. Hey, it's your boy, Bad Boy TDG. And y'all know today is Monday, man. Mental Health Monday. Hey, shout out to being Men's Mental Health Month. Shout out to all my brothers out there that's getting through the struggle. Sorry if I sound a little funny. I'm kind of under the weather, man. Sinus infection's been killing me. But I took some meds before I started recording, so it ain't too much snot flying and all that. But you know, the message still gotta get out. But today's topic, I want to talk about controlling your emotions. Controlling your emotions is something that is not easy to do at all. And for some people, it's impossible. Well, no, I take that back. It's not impossible. It's just a little harder for some others. Controlling your emotions is so important, especially for us men. Because for us men, we're leaders, providers, we're the head of households, we're, stuff of that nature. You have to be able to control your emotions. You can't act impulsively off your emotions because it'll lead to destruction. I've seen myself with my own eyes, many a times that a man leads himself to his own demise because of following his emotions instead of recognizing what's going on, controlling his emotions and thinking logically. Now, me personally, I'm not 100% capable of controlling my emotions all the way just yet, but I am way further ahead than what I once was. Because I used to be a firecracker, you know what I mean? I used to be a little hothead, but now I'm more calm. I'm able to stop and rationalize way quicker before I jump to a conclusion and jump to action. Now, I'm gonna use some steps I took to be able to better control my emotions. One, I got into the Bible. I got a closer connection to God. That's the number one thing I did. When you get into the Word and you get closer to God, you figure out things, you learn things that you can apply to your life that'll help you better regulate your emotions. It'll help you get through a lot of things that you think you aren't strong enough to get through, but you are. You know, nothing is possible without the help of God. Without God, it is not gonna happen. So that. Two, I had to learn to self-reflect and be self-aware. You know what I mean? I had to learn to say, all right, this is how I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling like this. You know what I mean? Because no emotion just happens randomly. There's something that's going to trigger it. You know what I mean? There's always something to trigger that emotions. Once you learn your triggers and how to avoid those triggers, well, not even avoid those triggers, because I'm not the type of person to say avoid things. What I did was I learned my triggers and I faced them head on. I purposely put myself in positions to be face first with those triggers and learn to overcome them and not be triggered by them anymore. Once you master that, you're on a whole nother plane. You know what I mean? So those are just two things I did to get myself where I am now when it comes to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is key. You can have something good. You can be in a relationship with a woman, or a woman can be in a relationship with a man, and it'll be a beautiful thing. Y'all got something good going on. And then just on one instance, you go off your emotions, and you done throw that person away. They don't want nothing to do with you no more because you acted off of emotions instead of stopping, analyzing what's going on, regulating your emotions, and thinking logically. It's never good to go off of emotion. And one thing people need to learn, there's a difference between going off of emotion and going off intuition. Intuition and emotion are two different things. You know what I mean? Because intuition comes from, past experience, knowledge you have with certain things. That's where intuition comes from. You know, sometimes it could be you know, that gut feeling you get. Or sometimes like you like, I don't know how I know this, but I know this. You know what I'm saying? That comes from God Himself. That's God Himself giving you that. But that's not the same as going off of emotion. Because going off of emotion is, alright, you can have a situation where somebody says something to you, right? And it's not even a factual statement, it's just an opinion. But it's an opinion you don't agree with. You go off your emotions because it made you mad that they said that. And you pull out a gun and shoot them. Now you in prison for the rest of your life. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? But instead, you could just like, alright, I recognize what they said. I know it made me mad. But I'm not going to act off of my anger. I'm going to calm myself and give them a rebuttal. You know? Because, you know, most people out of anger, they're going to resort to violence. That's not the way to go. It's not the way to go at all. Plus, you know, when you have your emotions in check, people can't get to you. You realize people cannot get to you like they used to be able to. You'll actually have a much calmer life. Be way more peaceful when you can regulate your emotions. And, you know, it's not just with anger and sadness you have to regulate your emotions, with love too. Happiness and all that. Everything has balance, you know what I'm saying? So you can overlove people, give them too much love. You gotta regulate that. Can't do it. Then, you know, you can be so caught up in your own emotions that you forget to give love to your loved ones and neglect them and their needs. Can't do that. Can't do that at all. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? It has to balance. Also, one thing about being able to regulate your emotions, if your physical health is not up to par like it should be, that also like hinder you from being able to have emotional intelligence and regulate your emotions. Because I know me personally, I'm a pretty healthy guy. I go to the doctor. I have a personal physician. I go to the doctor often. Well, I ain't gonna say often, but I go to the doctor when I need to. I get checkups, all that. Blood work, all that. And my doctor says I'm a perfectly fit, healthy 30-year-old man. So I'm a healthy guy, but at the same time, my emotions are not 100% regulated. Sometimes, I ain't gonna say I always act out emotions, but sometimes you can say something that might cause me to fly off the mouth a little loose. You know what I'm saying? I might get a little vulgar with you. I'm still working on that, but in due time. But back to the topic at hand, I know people that health is very poor, and they are just in a whole emotional roller coaster because, it's proven that your health matches. It has to balance. Physical health and your mental health, it balances each other. You know, if your mental health is too fucked up, your physical health is gonna go to shit. Your physical health is shit, your mental health is not gonna be able to get right. You have to balance them both. You have to get them both right. You know, eat right, work out, meditate, talk to God. You have to do all those things to be fully fit. Like, people, when they think about fitness, they think about physical because of, you know, fit, physical, fit, you know what I'm saying? But in my head, I look at it as body, mind, soul. All three of those are well regulated. They're strong. They don't have any cracks, weak points, or weak links. That's how I look at it. So, once you have all three of those lined up, man, that's when you become the picture perfect vision of yourself. It's when you're at your highest level. And you have to keep yourself there. It's not easy to keep yourself at that highest level, but it is possible. And that's what I'm here to let everybody know, that it is possible, man. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Hey, I ain't gonna sit here and talk your head off about it, because I'd rather you go do it than to sit here and listen and talking to me about doing it, or listening to me talk about doing it. So, hey, I hope this message was able to reach somebody. I hope somebody, you know, caught my words and they was able to help them. Hey, it's been the Jump Around Podcast, Mental Health Monday. Shout out again to Men's Mental Health Month. Y'all like, comment, subscribe for more content like this. Peace out.